York is now 12 hours away from ringing in 2015. For the 107th year, the big ball will drop in Times Square, and it's already been tested. And the NYPD is stepping up security.
This event is a major commitment by the department. We will be patrolling the city by air, by sea, on the ground, and in the subway system.
Some anti-police protesters are planning demonstrations in cities across the country tonight, including New York City. The new year has already been marching around the world. Arriving earlier today in North Korea, where fireworks were set off in Pyongyang. And it might not be long before North Koreans can watch the interview. A South Korean activist says he'll use balloons to float in 100,000 copies of the movie about killing North Korea's leader. He may start in the next couple of weeks. And Russia's president has sent a New Year's message to the White House. In a message to President Obama, Vladimir Putin says he's looking for more equality in the relationship between his country and the U.S. in 2015. And we could be in for a rough flu season. 36 states have reported widespread flu activity. 15 children have died of the flu, 3 in Minnesota. Earlier this month, the CDC says this year's flu shot was not as effective as doctors would have hoped. And nearly 24 people have been killed by a suicide bomber in central Yemen. The attacker set off a bomb at a cultural center where students were celebrating the birthday of the Prophet Muhammad. At least 48 people are hurt. And reports of a U.S.-Iranian prisoner swap may have been premature. United States officials are denying that a request has been made for Iran to release a former Marine held there for 3 years. And now Iranian officials also say there has been no official request. Bad weather is now slowing down the search for more parts of the missing Air Asia flight 8501. So far, 10 bodies have been recovered from the Java Sea, and when the weather starts to clear up...
The ships are looking to operate 24 hours, which is very encouraging, and they're moving all the assets to the 2 spots which they think the aircraft could be, where the aircraft could be.
Sonar is also showing something large on the sea floor, and officials think it may be part of the jet. 162 people were on board the flight from Indonesia to Singapore. And nearly 40,000 Volkswagen cars are now being recalled. The 2014 and 2015 Passat and Beetle are both on the list of cars that could accidentally catch fire. The fuel leak in the engine is to blame, but federal officials say so far there have been no accidents or injuries. And if you're on skis, don't mess with a moose. Skiers in Steamboat Springs, Colorado were joined on the slopes a couple of nights ago by a wandering moose. That's your latest Newsmax Now update. More coming to you in 30 minutes.